Hi everyone, and welcome to week 4 of Compassion Camp. We're almost to the end. So every week we've had a theme and a Bible verse related to compassion. And today we're in the book of Ruth. And it's a short book in the Bible, and we're going to be focusing on chapter 1, verses 1 through 22. It's a great story, and this and the book of Ruth has been described as one of the most beautiful pieces of literature in the Bible, and some would say the most beautiful in literature overall. So the main theme that we're going to talk about today is this concept of compassion, or the word used in the scripture is hesed, and that means loyalty and faithfulness arising from commitment. And that can be between God and a community, or between family members, or family and a community. And this story is mostly about women, told by women, and about their lives. So the importance of this hesed is the continuity and the continuation of family and community. Now, I'm not going to read the actual scripture. I'm going to read the story of the first chapter of Ruth. But what I'm also going to do is point out the names, because you know the theme of Ruth that we're reading right now, and I want you to hear how the names play into this story. So I will read the story, and as I'm reading it, point out to you what the names are, and so you can kind of see how names and emotions and life's situations are playing out. So this is from the book of Ruth, chapters 1 through 22, read in story form. So in Judah, there was a man named Elimelech, and Elimelech's name meant "my God is king." Elimelech, who worried about how his family would survive the famine. So his family had moved from Israel, you're going to hear this, from Israel where there was a famine. They lived in Bethlehem, and then they moved to Moab, where there was plenty of food. So he took his wife Naomi. Naomi means pleasant. And their sons, Mahlon, which means sickness, and Chilion, which means spent. Naomi and her 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, went to the country of Moab. They settled there and made a life among the people. Soon their sons married 2 women named Orpah, which means back of the neck, and Ruth, which means friend or companion. Sadly, Naomi's husband passed away, and then even her sons died too. Naomi missed her family and wanted to go back home, which was Israel, or Bethlehem, so she began the long journey back to Judah. As was the customs for daughters by law, Orpah and Ruth followed her. But Naomi insisted that they stay home in Moab. "Go back to your family. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with your husbands and me. Peace to you." So Naomi hugged them and said goodbye, and they all cried together. But Orpah and Ruth were determined to follow her. Naomi tried to persuade them, "I do not want to ruin your chance at marriage and have your family, and ruin the chance of having your own family. If you stay with me," Naomi says, "you will have nothing, because I cannot give you anything. I have lost everything, and my heart is so bitter." They all cried together once again. Orpah decided to go back, but Ruth clung to Naomi even more. Naomi said to Ruth, "Don't stay with me. Go back with Orpah." They cried together once again. Orpah decided to go back, but Ruth clung to Naomi even more. So this next part of the scripture is one I'm sure you're very familiar with. It's very famous, and it's also one read at many weddings. But Ruth opened up to her. Don't make me leave you. Where you go, I will go. Where you make your home, I will make my home. Your people will be my people, your God, my God. And where you die and are buried, I will be buried there too. I will be your family. When Naomi saw that she couldn't change Ruth's mind, her heart softened. She accepted Ruth, and they traveled back to Judah together. Ruth lovingly took care of Naomi, and she became like a daughter to her. So that's our scripture this week, a lovely, lovely piece of literature that talks about heartache and love and coming together in this hesed, this community, and how important that is for continuity between people and God and people and each other and people in community. So friends, I'll be preaching about this weekend, and we're going to go deeper into the story. So much of what we heard about today is that love story, that faithfulness, that commitment to each other, and compassion. But we're going to go deeper on Sunday. We're going to go deeper and see what this story means for our world and our nation. And we'll try to find you in the story. So I look forward to seeing you all online Sunday. Bye now.